And Baha'is love to say, what do we say? Avoid anger like you would a lion. Right? Here's the problem. Anger tells us that there is a lack of justice. If you ignore anger, what you're saying to yourself and the world is that that injustice didn't happen, or it happened and I deserved it. Because if it was bad and it wasn't unjust, then it must have been deserved. And every day, those paper cuts are unjust. They're telling us we're this when we're this, and that's not fair. Now, if with every paper cut we go, oh, it's no big deal. Oh, it's no big deal. Oh, no, okay, I can handle it. Oh, it's not their fault. I must have done something wrong to deserve that. Anger's bad. Doesn't work. Because what happens is if you don't explode, you begin to believe that you deserve all this stuff. It really is true. And right now, we have an epidemic of depression. The most prescribed medication in the country after blood pressure medicine is antidepressants. If you believe that you deserve to be treated like you deserve to go to hell and burn, if you believe that you have no right to stand up for yourself when someone treats you unjustly, then you feel ashamed, you feel helpless. If you deserve to be treated bad today, that means you deserve to be treated badly tomorrow. And that means you feel hopeless. Nothing's ever going to change. When you can identify injustice and say, you know what? That was unjust and I didn't deserve it. But having acknowledged the injustice and acknowledged that I didn't deserve it, I forgive you anyway. That's a very, very different process than I forgive you because it wasn't that bad. I forgive you because I must have deserved it in the first place. Identify it, acknowledge the injustice, and then forgive. You know, and that works great for these little paper. Some of us have deeper wounds. And that means we need to go talk to somebody who we can be open and honest with and say, you know what? I've been wounded. I think that was unfair. But I'm afraid to tell anybody. Because they might tell me I'm wrong. Or they'll know that something bad happened to me, and I'll feel ashamed. So you need to find someone safe that you can say, this happened to me. And what they say is, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You did not deserve that. That was unfair. That was unjust. You deserve to be treated better than that. And when you hear somebody say that you did not deserve that injustice, the need for revenge, the need for shame, the need for hiding, the need for depression, evaporate. Now sometimes they'll say, you didn't deserve that, and here's something you can do to help resolve it. But sometimes not. Sometimes you were 3 years old. Sometimes you're 5 years old. Sometimes it was the IRS, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. And that's why, first, you acknowledge the injustice. then you have someone else acknowledge it to you, because the objective outside reinforcement is very, very important. And then you look and see, is there anything I can do, or do I just forgive it? And in the process of forgiving, when it's people and not the IRS, then you can use things like this, and this, and this, to make it easier to forgive. Because we're all in this together. And we've all done ugly, ugly things to one another. And so, when we acknowledge that something ugly has been done to us, having compassion means that we can see ourselves in them. And we can understand how, because of who they are and what they've lived through, that was the best they could do. It's not saying they were right. It's saying, I can look at this. Resentment is holding on to an emotional need for a specific outcome. So if you resent someone, you're waiting for them to apologize, or you're waiting for them to get theirs. You know, you're waiting for justice to be done, and we have no control over those things. So holding on to resentment until something out there changes means that we take that energy, we've invested our energy into an outcome, and it's sitting there. It's like an investment, like putting it in the bank. You can't use it. All that great energy, it's not going anywhere. It's waiting for the day you get to jump on that person. But if you look, okay, you were wrong, but I forgive you. So, hey, I can withdraw that energy and I can use it for something creative. I can use it for something, that brings me connected to people. But to do any of this, we have to acknowledge that we've got these paper cuts. We've got these wounds. Because if we keep pretending that we don't, we're going to have a Baha'i community like this forever and ever. And, we think this is what people want. People don't want this. They don't. They want people they can trust to talk and be real. And to maybe even say, this happened to me. And have the person not say, oh, well, don't backbite. Oh, well, don't confess sins. Oh, well, don't, tell me anything I don't want to hear. Don't remind me of my own problems. Don't remind me that my life is not perfect. When we've got a community where people can share their reality and be supported, we will explode. It'll be like nothing else. It won't matter whose doors we're knocking on or what classes we're taking. What will matter is that people will feel like they're home. They can be real. And they can be vulnerable and be accepted. But that's what I wish for this community. That's what I wish for every community. And start small. I don't want anybody to get up to here and say, okay, everybody, when I was 5. If this were, a CODA meeting, that would be fine. And that's where I learned this stuff. I went to CODA meetings, Codependence Anonymous. I learned how to sit and speak honestly to people and have them not go, yeah, I've been there. So, a couple people at a time, people you trust, be real, share, give it a shot. It just might work. It just might change the world. You never know. So thanks. Any questions? My spiritual parents sitting over here. Any questions?
She looked me after show sat down and said, we could get interesting. We have stories to tell.
No.
Yes.
Anyway, any questions about anything? No.
I've got a point.
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry that I did not call you, but I was on a roll. Yes.
I'm learning in school that when you don't let go of that anger, it explodes from you.
Amen.
And you just can't control it, but you
Yes, actually, that is a very comforting activity. Again, our bodies do serve some useful purposes. Our bodies are built with opiates inside them. That when we hug things, when we cry, our body releases opiates that help us calm down. It's amazing.
If only my teachers could understand that.
Maybe somebody can explain.
Little.